Okay, so good morning. Last night I slept at I guess 2 a.m. I was writing my thoughts down, and they say that I was really confused about few things, and it's really weird to start just like that. He मैं किस चीज़ के बारे में confused था, but let me still be. It was about life and some existential crisis problems. So I wrote them down, and then I thought, why not let's tweet this and put it on the Instagram caption and do a LinkedIn post. So by the way, I use this app called IFTTT, and it's basically if this then that, something like that, and it helps you to automate many processes. So I've automated that. Whenever I'll post on Instagram, it will automatically post it on Twitter and LinkedIn. So I did that, and it's really quick, But the most interesting thing, last year I came up with this idea that I want to build the infinitely moldable AI system, which will work alongside with hardware and software both. It's basically you can create anything and you can automate anything. And I had absolutely no clue about IFTTT, because IFTTT it provides you with applets. Applets are basically people are basically applets are basically if then this that kind of system that people have already built. So you can go for that, or you can build your own. Like if I receive a message, put it in on my Google Drive, something like that. You can build it in that app. It's super crazy. And I had this idea, and IFTTT is not. It's I had what I had in my mind was on extreme side. You can automate anything, any processes you have. And it will be really quick. If I'm typing something, I'm it. I have no clue right now. In the morning, I'm feeling very dizzy, but it will work across with this hardware or software. It will work even if it's something physical. For example, you want to automate your washing machine processes. That is now possible, but So I had this in mind, but it will be one mega artificial intelligence which will control all of it. Jaane do. So I thought this is something completely fresh, but then I got to know about IFTT and I was okay, it sees most part of it. Anyways, so last night I did that, and then I fell asleep, and today morning I woke up at 7:10, and then I snoozed for another 10 minutes. Then my brother came and he woke me up at 7:20, and now after that, you want to go into details. After that, I brushed my teeth, my face washed, I did a plank for 30 seconds. I think around a minute I stood in my backyards for vitamin D absorption, and then I listened to Forest Gump Suite by Alan Silvestri, which is crazy good, and now I'm sitting here, and I think I'll read a book. I think The Selfish Gene by Richard Dawkins. I am on chapter 6, but I think properly मैंने 2 chapter तक ही पढ़ा है. I have read 2 chapters properly, and then I don't know what happened with this book, but I'm on chapter 6, so I will continue from chapter 3, I guess. तो मैं थोड़ी देर Selfish Gene पढ़ूंगा by Richard Dawkins. It's a very good book. Build your mental model. I think it's evolutionary biology. It's it gives you a frame to think and look at a world in a different perspective. So if you want to read this book, go and read this book. And am I looking in camera? So this is it for right now, and then I've got my daily checklist. It's basically a to-do list that I've built in Google Keep, and I get that around 7 a.m. So I've got that, and now actually 5 a.m. and now I am heading towards work. I think first I'll study. Last night I got a client approaching me for his project, but he's not, and I told him that these are my requirements, but he hasn't responded yet, so I'm not going to wait on that, and I'm going to straight up study. Yeah, here it is. and I like to do this candle thing with me. It's weird because बहुत अंदर जा चुका है ये मेरा हाथ न जल जाए. fuck स्कूल ट्रक करना पड़ेगा क्या? Okay, I think this will work. This worked. It's dirty, but now it's time to study. Okay, so I'm done planning here. I think I just took some 7 to 8 minutes to plan things out. So I have my productivity system and our video will soon. Okay, how to flip this? Yep, so I have my own productivity system and a video will soon come about this where I sync Notion along with Google Keeps, if you can see there. And here's like our daily routine kind of thing. And let me change the date. Today is 13. Okay. And then I time block them out on my Google Calendar. So there are like morning and evening are. And this is pretty much how unrealistic I am. That's 12 to 3 a.m. sleep. So it's morning and evening are like packed with my work, and it changes like works and then 3 days courses. All that stuff I'll walk you through in another video. And then I have my morning, I have my daytime, like I leave it blank to plan out every single day according to the need. Pehle to I used to like pack my Google Calendar with stuff, but it was not feasible. So I started carrying it around like this. So I skipped school today, and no, I did not skip school today. Tomorrow is actually my exam, and today is like we have been given I have been given preparatory leave for the preparation of my exams. So yeah, I'm pretty much going to be busy in my exam preparation today. 2 chapters from accounts, then second book, then third book, and then I have to also do my client work, then unacademy classes, then brain food. That's basically the online stuff that I consume: book, courses, PDF, any fucking thing, research papers. Then a skill, the things I'm learning. I will write it down right now. Actually, I have it like day wise, like Monday को ये, Tuesday को वो, Thursday को वो, ऐसे करके. Then books. तो यहाँ पे मैंने ये वाली books अभी फिलहाल रखी हुई हैं. The Interpretation of Dreams. I think I will by Sigmund Freud. I'll read today, and then some like like TV stuff, watching some show. I think today I will watch Billions, and then sleep. So everything is pretty much like you can say everything is ready. I'm now going to grab my breakfast, and I have a bottle of water here, and I'm going to start studying. So let's do a time lapse, I guess. Okay, so it's time for, I guess. Okay, why am I rotating? It's time for breakfast. I'm listening to the Tim Ferriss show alongside.
A triple toxin screen, all of the products for.
Now you may think this is weird, but last night was my dad's birthday, so that's not weird. And I am eating the cake in the morning. Yeah, I know, but I can't help myself. Yup, so finally done with everything, and now it's time for the time lapse. So last day I was reading this. Okay, is this a good position to do a video and wait? Yeah, so last night I read this very, I think, mind-changing quote that remove all this infinite spaces on you are left with is here. Remove all this eternal time and all you are left with is now. Here and now, my friend. I also read something else by, I think her name is Sylvia Plath, that, okay, I don't remember right now, but that was good too. Okay, I tried looking for the quote everywhere and I did not found it somehow. I could have researched more, but I think it was something like, I close my eyes and the whole world collapses, and I open my eyes and everything burns again. something like that, and it also hit me like very differently. And so I've been thinking lately to do a series of like I have seen Early Abdal's video, and it's like monthly favorite. So I think I'll do a monthly favorite kind of thing. I'll do a weekly favorite, something like that. Where I'll share some books, some quotes, some shows, some movies, some podcasts, some stories, some poems that I have like, I really like kind of felt inspired from. And yeah, so that's like something on my mind right now. Okay, so I just took a small break to read this. This is really interesting, just check it out. It's about the book As We Know It, Ordination Back in Eternal Golden Brain by Douglas Hofstadter. And I was reading this, and it's a really nice article, and I was not aware of that. I will get to know about fractals in this, and it's really cool. So yeah, I'm like reading it right now. Okay, so I just took a little break from study and see what I just found. This is so interesting. My brother just sent me this article this morning, and it's about the book As You Know It. It's really interesting that this book is called okay, this is like really fascinating because this morning my brother sent me this article from Aeon, and it's mind blowing. I had like no clue. You may have heard about this book before, or you may not. It's called check this out. I'm also taking notes on alongside with while I'm reading the article, and yeah, so it's called Gordon Ishar and Bach. I don't know how to pronounce this because I only listen to his music and never really focused on the pronunciation, so sorry for that. An Eternal Golden Brain, 1979 by Douglas Hofstadter. Now, first I saw this book in, if you know Sushant Singh Rajput, I saw this book in his bookshelf, and I read like 2 minutes about it on internet, and then I moved on. But I had absolutely no clue that this book also talks about fractals. Oh my god. So I think in this book they mainly focus on two concepts that have in pinkish form here. First is recursion, and second is counterpoint. And it talks about how these are like, I'll actually kind of read you from the article itself. Where it is. At the center of Gibbs' thesis is a concept that Hofstadter called the strange loop, a system of tangled hierarchies, often self-referential and paradoxical, and one that, in his view, give rise to our sense of selfhood. Like within a complex system of logically governed symbols, his argument goes the symbol manipulation of our brain leads, as the 20th century mathematician Kurt Gödel showed, inevitably to self-reference. This is what self-awareness is. In Hofstadter's first analysis, the ability of our eternal, neurally processed formal system to reference itself, to talk about itself as a property that is mathematically predetermined to emerge. And it talks about how his tonal music's, kind of like, you can say like, recursed out of itself. And so I'm like halfway through this article, and it's really interesting. It's available on Aeon Essay if you know it, and just Google it, and I think you'll find it, and it's an interesting read. And what's better than listening to some of the great pieces like Symphony No. 5 by Beethoven while you're reading about it. Check out this channel. This has like some really cool thing about classical music. It like this playlist will make you feel like a 19th century villain, and like this playlist will make you feel like you are in a garden and things like that. It's really cool. And check out this for like sure. This one is a great one. yeah, so that's it right now. This is really interesting actually. There's a concept in this article, it's called strange loop, and what a strange loop is that the piece will go up, like in the hierarchy it will be like going upward and upward and upward and or downwards, but strangely it will keep coming back to its one major point where it started. For example, here's mentioned that Bach's was C minor. He kept moving up or down in a hierarchy of musical like highs and lows, but he kept coming back to that main thing where he started, that is C minor. Read this. This was mind altering. It talks about that we are talking to ourselves and all these different art forms, and it's a good read. I think I understood like 70 to 80% of the content, and I need to dig into the terms. But I have my exams tomorrow, so going back to my account classes right now. And okay, so I think this is it for right now. So just did a little home workout session. It's almost 7 p.m. in the evening, and got a lot of things done today actually. So my client work is a little bit on behind right now, and wait a minute. Yep. So it was like a quick stretching session, and let me show you my calendar. So this was my today's schedule, and I think I'm done with accounts for the day, and it's time. It was time for my like client work, but I think I'm a little bit behind on that. But I'm done with my academy classes almost, so I think I'll fill that with my client work, which is like I've taken a huge task today. It's up to me to decide how much I want to do in a day, but let's see, and then time for other things, and we will catch up soon. And I think today I'll also do a little guitar session. So that's it for right now. Okay, so I'm like 2 days into the future right now, and so last day I think it was my school and exam, so I pretty much aced it. It was a normal test that my school principal was conducting, and today I'm not studying at all because I have some like deadlines to follow with the client, and I'm doing it right now, turning podcast episodes into Twitter threads. That's my job description. Take a look at that. So right now I'm doing one of Noah Kagan, and I've just done an episode of Steve Huffman, that is like the CEO and founder of Reddit. And it's really cool because it's basically I'm learning a lot about things. Some people came and they give like general advice, and some people came and they give like a specific knowledge about specific things, and it's a really good learning process, and then I make notes of it in forms of threads, and I really love what I do right now. So that's pretty much it. It's it's 15th of September 2021. Right now it's around 2 p.m. and yeah, so that's it for right now. So if you know that I am into freelancing, and right now the client I'm working for is like San Francisco based, and the deadline is on 17th, and it was a 20-day project, and I did nothing at all, like so fucking screwed right now. Check this one out. This is how my schedule looks like right now. This is today, and but if you're like wondering what is this call from, there is this integration on IFTTT where I can integrate like all the call logs into my Google Calendar. That's another thing, but like I have to do 30 to 50 episode, that is like 20 episode, and then till 3 a.m., which is like after midnight, I'll do 50 to 60 episodes, and this is just churning. Then I have to edit those episodes, and editing takes at least 1 hour, but I'll have to aim for like 40 minutes at the maximum, at the most. So I'll have to do an episode, I have to edit one episode in like 40 minutes, so 25 to 50, and I have to do this all day. I don't know, like this is just, tomorrow is so, I don't think I have, and why this is like super important right now, because I have never ever really worked this hard in my life ever, and so I just thought of like recording this, because I'm going to work this hard for the first time, because I have to wake up to this night, and then basically right now I'm sitting on the computer, and I will go to bed, like I'll go to bed tomorrow 8 or 9 p.m. so it's going to be damn hard. And then on 17th, which is the day after tomorrow, I have to do the next 10 episodes, which is going to be easy and not this hard. But it could have been so easy if I would have just done like 2 episodes a day. It would have taken me like 1 to 2 hours, but this is my problem, man. This is my problem. But yeah, I'm like super, I'll try to skip it right now, and I'll try to do the little things and not wait for that one day where you have all the stuff piled up and you go through it. That's not a good habit, and this habit cannot take me very far. So yeah, that's it for right now. I'm going to work, and bye bye. Thought I'd do that. This is getting weird, because the last time I talked to this camera was, I don't remember, I think the last day. I really have no memory. When I started shooting this vlog, I thought it will be like a day in a life vlog, and I will capture everything. But because of some deadlines, I was not able to do everything that is in my routine. I was focusing mainly on 1 or 2 tasks. Like tomorrow is my business studies exam, so I am studying the last chapter, which is marketing management right now. I'm making some notes. I have like notes of the prior chapters already, so I'm going to take notes and watch this lecture of like it's 1 hour, and since I'm watching it on like 3x speed, let's see, I'll finish in less than 25 minutes. But the point is that so today my whole day will going into this thing, and also my client work on site, so I won't be able to do the other things like playing guitar or learning Python, like all these things that I've decided for myself. And but I think it will be like this only for today, because from tomorrow I'll try to get back on track, and I'm not able to, so initially I was on, like, when I started filming this vlog kind of video, I thought I'll just record 1 day in my life and it will be this is it. But it's been, I think, 3 to 4 days since I'm shooting, and now I think it could be the very episode Odyssey 012. So for those of you who don't know, I have this series of videos which I call Odyssey, and in Odyssey is all about documenting my life, what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. And when I look at this day in a life kind of vlog, it's similar. So it's not day in a life, it actually has become week in the life of my life kind of video. But I think it's going good, and with a catchy thumbnail and title, this was going to be an Odyssey episode, and that is something I initially did not think that it was going to be that, but now I think it's an Odyssey episode. So hey, welcome back to the Odyssey. Going back to the studies, it's really important right now. I'll keep talking to you guys. I really don't want you to look at me right now. काम कर करके I've become like a underwear full of holes right now. I look so terrible with this hair, but finally I'm done with client's work and my ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं, just my like back's broken and I can't move my legs at all. And I'm going to wrap Odyssey 012 right now. This is the final like heart-to-heart talk. I hope you have enjoyed this whole vlog kind of Odyssey episode, and although I did not like move anywhere other than this chair, yeah, that's it. Like that's the answer, right? And man, it's really painful, like sitting on chair. If you people have got like any advice for like how to, not hurt your body, I don't know, man. Like it's really painful right now. By the way, so before I leave, I would like to share some resources with you, like which I was hopping on and off. So like a great part of my job is that once I listen to those podcast episodes and I churn them down and boil them down to all these Twitter threads, it's like they're rough form, and then it takes me 1 hour to like articulate those sentences in the form of like Twitter threads, tweets basically. And so it takes me 1 hour to do that, and on average, and so I do like 4 to 5 tweets a day, Twitter threads a day. So it's like 4 to 5 hours a day I have like free time. I can't use the time to listen to podcast episodes because then my attention will be like so much onto that and not the work. It's not possible. I've tried that, and so I get a great 4 to 5 hour window, and then I listen to songs and like later this month I kind of opened up a challenge, not a challenge but a thing that I would listen to like greatest hits of from 1920 to 2020 of all American songs, and I was quite onto it, but it did not really like pick up the pace that it did right now when I started churning out these podcast episodes and like Pink Floyd, Nirvana, Cobain, like all these people, like and it was always a dream, and I got to listen to all of them, and it's really good, man. Bob Marley, I say, when do we get time to listen to all these people, right? So, but yeah, it was like pretty good experience, and I've read some like research papers and songs and stories and all those stuff, and yeah, it's good. One more like upside of what I'm doing right now is that all the podcast episodes that I listen to are like with famous people or writer. For example, Noah Kagan, if you know, like he was the 30th employee at Facebook, and like he has a YouTube channel right now, and he like puts out really good content. And you can see me struggling as my body's so stiff right now, but I don't look at my hairs. And he put like really good content on YouTube right now, and so there was this podcast episode with him, and I listened to it, and it's quite like this is the thing that you do when you are like up to your work, and now it's my work, and I'm also listening to music, and it's wonderful. And I'm genuinely happy at my core right now. Like, could not be more happy, man. Not just because of my work, because of everything around me. Like, it's peace, man. It's perfect. And what else I would like to talk about? I don't know. I think so. This is it for Odyssey 012, and see you later. If you can see me, it's a good night.